Recently, the prestigious journal Nature published an alarming commentary. The message was clear: AI is causing an explosion in low-quality research, making science highly homogenized, and worse, it is de-skilling young researchers, turning them into mere instruction-issuing supervisors. The academic world panicked. But here is the uncomfortable truth that mainstream scientists don't want to admit: this AI panic is a superficial, conformist distraction. It entirely misses the root cause of the crisis in modern science. Today, we're going to discuss why exposing academic fraud through logical scrutiny is far more important than pixel hunting for manipulated images or using AI detectors. And why the academic community is using AI as a scapegoat for a system that was fundamentally broken long before ChatGPT even existed. The illusion of scientific integrity, logic versus the AI panic. The hypocrisy of top-tier journals. Let's start with the hypocrisy of top-tier journals. Journals like Nature constantly market themselves as platforms for groundbreaking, paradigm-shifting innovations. Yet, their stance on AI completely contradicts this. Currently, the academic publishing industry views AI-assisted writing as the ultimate enemy. Therefore, publishing articles that attack AI is the safest, most universally accepted consensus out there. It requires zero philosophical insight. Innovation versus conformity. The Nature article falls into the conformity bucket. If Nature truly championed out-of-the-box thinking, a real innovative paper would explore how to proactively embrace AI to revolutionize scientific discourse. Instead, by parroting conformist, anti-AI rhetoric, top journals prove they prioritize popular consensus over genuine intellectual daring. And frankly, this isn't an isolated incident. The 95% pre-existing crisis and the de-skilling myth. The video commentary claims AI is causing a drop in research quality. But this gives AI far too much credit. A rigorous examination reveals that approximately 95% of papers in top-tier SCI journals were already what we might call academic garbage long before AI was invented. Why? Because modern academia treats alchemy like empirical trial-and-error experiments as the entirety of science. AI did not create the problem of low-quality papers, it just made it faster for researchers with no theoretical depth to generate data-heavy, logically hollow publications. But what about the fear that young scientists are de-skilling and skipping the manual trial-and-error process? This is a complete myth. If your guiding philosophy is correct, AI is an incredibly powerful tool. The essence of profound science does not lie in manual labor or pipetting liquids. The core engine of science is the ability to formulate the right questions. Human superiority over AI lies in our capacity to conceptualize critical scientific problems. Delegating repetitive tasks to an AI isn't de-skilling, it is an evolutionary leap in research efficiency. If you ask the right questions, AI is your best assistant. The culture of silence, why the illusion persists. So, if 95% of these papers are logically flawed, why hasn't the facade of top-tier journals collapsed? Why are we so obsessed with policing AI text or hunting for duplicated pixels, instead of evaluating the actual logic? The answer is a deeply corrupted academic ecosystem managed by mainstream scientists who prioritize authority over truth. There is a culture of silence. Take the retraction of dozens of studies by a noted Harvard cardiologist. The New York Times reported, some scientists wondered how a questionable line of research persisted for so long, experts were just too timid to take a stand. Or consider this story published in Nature itself in 2020. A postdoc published a measured, accurate critique pointing out errors in a famous researcher's paper. The result? His advisor told him he had crossed a line and should never do it again. This toxic culture of conformity protects established figures and logically flawed paradigms from the very scrutiny that science needs to advance. Conclusion and outro. The war on scientific fraud cannot be won by deploying AI detectors or fear-mongering about young scientists losing their manual skills. True scientific integrity requires the courage to challenge the logical foundations and conclusions of published work, regardless of the journal's prestige or the author's authority. It is time for the academic community to stop using AI as a scapegoat for its own systemic, theoretical failures. We need to shift our focus back to theoretical depth, the art of problem formulation, and creating an environment where valid, logical criticism is celebrated, not suppressed. If you want to read the full, in-depth analysis on this topic, check out my article, The Illusion of Scientific Integrity, on Substack. The link is in the description below. What are your thoughts on AI in academia? Are we focusing on the wrong type of academic fraud? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your colleagues. Until next time, keep asking the right questions.